Hi, boys and girls. It's Bored with Miss Reynolds, better off reading every day. And today I am just hanging out because I am getting ready to celebrate 3 years on YouTube. And I wanted to do that with you, all cozied up with a few good books and some fun treats. So, the books I have today are What Happens in Spring? And the second one is my very first Winnie the Pooh, Pooh's favorite things about spring. So these two goodies for you today, celebrating 3 years on YouTube. What happens in spring? Hurry, it's spring. The winter snow is gone, and spring flowers are blooming. Listen to the birds sing. Feel the warm sunshine. Spring is my favorite time of year. Spring is the season that comes after winter. Spring begins in the late March. You can tell spring is here when it starts to get warmer and the sun shines longer each day. Now, it is still light outside after dinner. Let's go outside and see what happens in spring. Plants have soft new leaves and pretty flowers in spring. I love to smell the spring flowers. Bees like flowers too. They collect flower juice called nectar to make honey. Spring comes in different ways to different places. In the dry desert, cactus plants bloom in spring. In the mountains, it gets warm a little later. In some places, people make maple syrup in spring. Yum! Now that it is warm again, animals lose their heavy winter fur. When I comb out my dog, I get piles of shaggy fur. I do not have to wear my coat outside anymore either. Some animals wake up in spring. All winter, they have been in a long sleep called hibernation. The groundhog just got up from his long winter nap. He is hungry. Now he searches around for something to eat. This little bear cub was born in winter. It stays inside its den until spring came. Now the cub explores the wide world. From its mother, it will learn to climb trees and to find berries, insects, and other good things to eat. Lots of animals have babies in the spring. Can you see the fawn hiding in the tall grass and flowers? Look at the spots on its back. Deer have spots like that only when they are young. Birds begin to build nests now. Then they lay their eggs. In a few weeks, the eggs will hatch. Soon you can hear the baby birds chirping for food. Spring is the time when I look for tadpoles in ponds and streams. Baby frogs are called tadpoles, but they look like tiny fish. As a tadpole gets bigger, it grows legs. Then its tail starts to disappear. One day it hops out of the pond. It has turned into a frog. Grown-ups are glad to see spring. I like to help my mom and dad work in the yard. Sometimes the whole family goes for a picnic. For farmers, spring is a very busy time. They plow fields and plant seeds with their tractor. I wish I could ride on a big tractor. Do you? In spring, I like to fly kites. I play ball and ride my bike. I lie in the grass and watch the big white clouds, and I wait for spring to turn to summer. And that is the end of what happens in spring. That was a good one, right? I like that one. All right. This is the very first Winnie the Pooh, Pooh's Favorite Things About Spring. This one looks good too. One morning, Winnie the Pooh woke up to the sound of icicles melting. Drip, drip, drip. He rubbed his sleepy eyes and felt sunshine pouring through his window like warm honey. Time for a little something, he decided happily. Time for a little something. Pooh went to his cupboard to find his breakfast. "Oh, brother," he said. His honey pots were empty. "Cheer up, cheer up, cheerily," sang a robin outside Pooh's window. "Buzz, buzz, buzz," sang a honeybee. Pooh began to feel like singing too. "I think the spring is springing. I can hear the robins singing, and the icicles are melting, drip, drip, drip. So I'm following the buzzing bee, skipping to the honey tree." Pooh took a honey pot and went out into the fine, warm morning. He skipped through the soft grass, up the path towards the honey tree. When he reached the bridge, he rested for a bit to watch the river racing underneath. Up above, little clouds were playing in the bright sky, and all around him, the forest trees were putting on their new green lace. "Hello, Pooh Bear," called Rabbit. "No time for sitting. It's springtime. Time to get the garden planted." Rabbit hurried past with a wheelbarrow full of tools and seeds. "Oh," said Pooh. Then the rumble of his own tummy made him remember breakfast. No time for sitting, he thought. Pooh picked up his honey pot and walked through the meadow, all bright with flowers, and he sang a little more of his song. "Oh, the big river's racing, and the beech trees are lacing. Spring is really springing all around, so I'm following the buzzing bee, skipping to the honey tree." Before he knew it, Pooh had reached the place where the stepping stones went across the stream. 1, 2, 3 he stepped, but at the third stone, the sun felt so warm that he decided to have a little sit. He listened to the creek bubbling and to the spring peering, peeping, chirping. He watched a baby turtle and 4 bugs crawling along the rocks. "Hello, Pooh," called Owl, flying overhead. "Isn't it a glorious day? I'm off to do my spring cleaning. No time for sitting. Time to feather the nest." "Goodbye, Owl," said Pooh, and once again his tummy reminded him that he hadn't had any breakfast. No time for sitting, he thought. Pooh picked up his honey pot and strolled through the green and mossy woods, and he sang, I hear the peepers peeping, but the shiny beetles creeping are so quiet as the violets in the breeze. So I'm following the buzzing bee, skipping to the honey tree. As soon as he came out of the woods, Pooh thought about how good it would feel to rest again. He sat in the new grass. He smelled the green smells and counted 5 yellow buttercups. Hello, Pooh, said Eeyore. I believe you're sitting on some of my thistles. Spring thistles are much better when they are not sat upon by bears. Oh, said Pooh, and bears are much better when they don't sit upon thistles. The thistles reminded Pooh that he still had not had any breakfast. No time for sitting, he said, plumping a picker from behind him, plucking a pricker from behind him. As Eeyore piled up his thistles, Pooh picked up his honey pot and skipped up the hill towards the honey tree. I feel the thistles prickly, and the green, green grass is tickling my feet. That's how I know the spring is springing, and that's why Pooh is singing, following the buzzing bee, skipping to the honey tree. Follow the buzzing bee, cried Pooh, as he climbed the honey tree and reached into the hollow. He took 1, 2, 3 pawfuls of honey. Then he filled his pot. Then he licked the pot clean and filled it again. After the 3rd pot, Pooh began to think a picnic sounded like a very nice thing. But my friends are all busy with their spring chores, Pooh sighed. I wonder what they think. To his surprise, everyone agreed that a picnic was a splendid idea. They gathered at the picnic spot, and Kanga spread out the blanket. She paused to watch as Mama Duck passed with her 6 fluffy ducklings waddling behind. Aren't they little dears, Kanga said. She tucked Roo in her pouch and patted him gently. And here is a little Roo right here. A little Roo. Piglet took acorn pies and honey pots out of the large basket, and Eeyore laid out plenty of tender thistles. Everyone at the picnic Everyone sat around the picnic blanket and smiled and laughed in the sun. Ah, said Pooh happily, maybe spring is a good time for sitting. Pooh, cried Rabbit, you're absolutely right. Spring is a busy time, but I think the best thing about spring is sitting and listening to the robins singing and watching the bluebells ringing, added Tigger, and smelling the brown earth greening, chimed Roo. And feeling all warm and sunny, sighed Piglet, and tasting pots of honey, cried Pooh. And that is the end of Pooh's favorite things about spring. That was a good one, right? Boys and girls, I don't own the rights to these books that I have read to you, but I love storytelling magic, and the magic of today's story is I am on the verge of celebrating 3 years on YouTube right here with you. 3 years on Instagram on Board with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. And I've read something like 1,370 something books, almost 1,400 books I've read in the 3 years that I started. And I thought, why not Why not? Pull out some flashcards for this special occasion. Right out here, out of my board bag, dressed in my socks and in my shirt that says Board with Miss Reynolds. Why not do some flashcards? We love flashcards. These are Pooh's first words. And these are perfect if you have a little one in your life who loves flashcards and are just learning their first words. So we'll see how many we get through, right? All right. We have house, house. We have fun, fun. We have tree, tree. We have garden, garden. We have friend, friend. We have bounce, bounce. We have run, run. We have ball, ball. We have play, play. We have look, look. We have book, book. That's definitely my favorite one of these flashcards, book. That's Pooh reading a book. We have pot, pot. We have sun, sun. We have boy, our favorite boy, Christopher Robin, boy. We have kite, kite. We have bee, bee. We have sitting, sitting. Whew. And our favorite, Tigger. So those were the cards that were in this pile of Winnie the Pooh first words. All right, we can put those away. Now, let's try Pooh's colors and shapes. An orange square, an orange square. A brown circle, a brown circle. A red square, a red square. A blue, ooh, a purple circle. That's purple, not blue, Miss Reynolds. That's a purple circle. That is a blue circle, a blue circle. We have a green circle, a green circle. We have a yellow circle, a yellow circle. We have an orange circle, an orange circle. We have a red circle, a red circle. We have a yellow square, a yellow square. We have a green square, a green square. We have a blue square, blue square. We have a purple square, a purple square. We have a brown square, a brown square. We have a red triangle, a red triangle. We have an orange triangle, an orange triangle. We have a yellow triangle, a yellow triangle. We have a green triangle, a green triangle. We have a blue triangle, blue triangle. Oh, a purple triangle, purple triangle. A brown triangle, a brown triangle. A red rectangle, a red rectangle. A yellow rectangle, a yellow rectangle. We have a green rectangle, a green rectangle. A blue rectangle, blue rectangle. A purple rectangle, purple rectangle. We have a brown rectangle, brown rectangle. We have a red diamond, a red diamond. We have an orange diamond, an orange diamond. We have a yellow diamond, yellow diamond. We have a green diamond, green diamond. We have a blue diamond, blue diamond. We have a purple diamond, a purple diamond. We have a brown diamond, brown diamond. And we have rabbit. So those are our shapes and colors. And that was from this box. And that was all Winnie the Pooh, since we read about Winnie the Pooh. Boys and girls, it is Bored with Miss Reynolds, better off reading every day. I hope you had fun with us, with our flashcards of first words, and of colors and shapes, and of what happens in spring, and Pooh's favorite things about spring. Let's get closer. Here's my friends right here. These are my Poohs. And there you go. And there you go. So I've collected a lot of Poohs, and I've collected a lot of blocks. So my B today is blue, my O is orange, my R is red. I tricked you. My R is green, my E is red, and my D is purple of board, B-O-R-E-D. And boys and girls, all of these things that I do is to teach you different colors, different letters, all kinds of things. But I do it all here on Bored with Miss Reynolds, Better Off Reading Every Day. That is what you're seeing on my shirt. That's the YouTube that you are hopefully watching now. So I will see you again really soon. And thank you for sharing one of my milestones with me, 3 years on YouTube. And I will see you again really soon. Bye. Did you get to check out the socks? That's them. Did you get to check out the shirt? That's me. I am having the time of my life, and I'm so glad that you are here to see it. There she is, Bored with Miss Reynolds on YouTube and Instagram.